Bet, Beth, Bay, or Vet is the second letter of the Semitic abjads, including Phoenician Bet, Hebrew Bet, Aramaic Beth, Syriac Bet, and Arabic Bar. Its sound value is a voiced bilabial stop V or a voice labiodental fricative V. This letter's name means house in various Semitic languages, and appears to derive from an Egyptian hieroglyph of a house by acrophony. The Phoenician letter gave rise to the Greek beta, Latin B, and Cyrillic origin. The name Bet is derived from the West Semitic word for house, and the shape of the letter derives from a Proto-Sinaitic glyph that may have been based on an Egyptian hieroglyph which depicts a house. Hebrew Bet, Vet. Hebrew spelling. The Hebrew letter represents two different phonemes, A, B sound and A, V sound. The two are distinguished by a dot in the center of the letter for B, and no dot for V. This letter is named Bet and Vet, following the modern Israeli Hebrew pronunciation, Bet and Vet, in Israel and by most Jews familiar with Hebrew, although some non-Israeli Ashkenazi speakers pronounce it Base and Base. It is also named Beth, following the Tiberians' Hebrew pronunciation, in academic circles. In modern Hebrew, the frequency of the usage of Bet, out of all the letters, is 4.98%. Variations on written form, pronunciation Bet, with the dagesh when the Bet has a dot in its center, known as a dagesh, then it represents B. There are various rules in Hebrew grammar that stipulate when and why a dagesh is used. Bet without the dagesh. When this letter appears as without the dagesh in its center, then it represents a voice labiodental fricative V. Significance of mystical and otherwise. Bet in gematria symbolizes the number 2. As a prefix, the letter Bet may function as a preposition meaning in, at, or with. Bet is the first letter of the Torah. As Bet is the number 2 in gematria, this is said to symbolize that there are two parts to Torah, the written Torah and the oral Torah. Rashi points out that the letter is closed on 3 sides and open on one. This is to teach you that you may question about what happened after creation, but not what happened before it, or what is above the heavens or below the earth. In set theory, the Beth numbers stand for powers of infinite sets. Syriac Beth. In the Syriac alphabet, the second letter is Beth. It is one of 6 letters that represents 2 associated sounds. When Beth has a hard pronunciation, it is A, B. When Beth has a soft pronunciation, it is traditionally pronounced as A, V, similar to its Hebrew form. However, in Eastern dialects, the soft Beth is more often pronounced as A, W, and can form diphthongs with its preceding vowel. Whether Beth should be pronounced as a hard or soft sound is generally determined by its context within a word. However, wherever it is traditionally geminate within a word, even in dialects that no longer distinguish double consonants, it is hard. In the West Syriac dialect, some speakers always pronounce Beth with its hard sound. Beth, when attached to the beginning of a word, represents the preposition in, with, at. As a numeral, the letter represents the number 2, and, using various systems of dashes above or below, can stand for 2,000 and 20,000. Arabic Bar. The Arabic letter is named Bar. It is written in several ways depending on its position in the word. The letter normally renders B sound, except in some names and loan words where it can also render P, often Arabized as B. For P, it may be used interchangeably with the Persian letter P in this case. Character encodings.